Hey kids, I'm back. It's Spinfoil TV. My name is Hako. I'll be your host, also known as Artist. Um, I do play some of the arcade classic games. I have moved my Werther's Originals sugar-free caramel and coffee. I have PlayStation 4 Atari Flashbacks Volumes 1 and 2. And I also have Pac-Man, Dig Dug, and yeah, that's it. Minecraft, I already think I said that. Elder Scrolls Conan. Also, I'm going to be trying out the Fallout 76 demo over the next couple of days too. But for tonight, I'm going to try to finish up with some Iron Banner. I have not played my Daily Forge, so I'm a little jonesing on that as well. But we are caffeinated. We have had dinner, breakfast, and lunch. Thankfully, I live in a first world country with a third world artist starving wages, especially because of the lockdown. I have no venues to sell my work at. Some of my stuff is done live at some of these events. I make cute little paper toy kind of things, but I do custom pieces right there on the spot. I don't just have like a sheet you can take home and cut out and print and whatever. I do some of that stuff on request, but most times I show up with a pre-selected uh, inventory of towards the balcony leading up to Command Post A, and it's a character, it's a player. I tried to inspect him to see if it was a sniper rifle or a scout rifle or even a high-powered hand cannon, but because you cannot cross map like that with an auto rifle, SMG, or sidearm, or maybe a bow, but it didn't sound like a bow. Normally, before you hear the pop that is your character's head going apart, there's a twang kind of sound, which is the flight of the arrow coming at you. So I love Destiny because there's a lot of audio cues that if you're in a PvP match, you could hear what's going on and know that there's some shit coming down at you. If you're in patrol and you hear the distant report of gunfire, that is actually in game. That is against versus enemies in the area. Because I've actually been on patrols and it's like you hear wow because I play mostly Earth. You hear the wow from the fallen guys, um, and then that's it. You'll hear fallen cries, you'll hear Cabal grunting, but you won't hear the gunfire. Unless they've got something to shoot at. So yeah, it's cool. I mean, Destiny, in my opinion, is a little bit bloated when it comes to the atmospherics. And when I say atmospherics, I'm talking about like, the textures, the mapping, and all that fun stuff, the environmental stuff, the sounds, and everything. They're a bit overboard when it comes to animations, but their ambient environmentals. I mean, the environmental sounds, the sound of gunfire, the sound of enemy crawl outs, the sound of sparrows or pikes or tanks or whatever, threshers in the sky, skiffs, catches, whatever. Um, that's all really cool and that's useful. That's useful data. Um, so, like I said, when I got shot in the brain, it sounded like it was a scout rifle report. The sound of most of your high impact, low rate of fire scout rifles. So that's why I thought, well, maybe this is a sniper rifle. Anytime I get hit like that, where I'm doing everything I can to get out of LOS, and he's still able to catch me, or she. I'd like to inspect the character because I want to see what their loadout is. What kind of weapon did they choose? What kind of build on their character did they have? And I went to that character's screen, and all I got was the basic template. It looked like that for a very long time, but only power level was 0. The emblem was at the top, but there was nothing at the bottom that indicated, what their class was, what their character's name was, or anything else. Because if you go to like another player here, let's just pick somebody at random. I'll just pick random. Okay, close my eyes. This guy. Oh, that's me. Okay, this guy. So you see, like it says, Hunter 25158. Damn, that dude's in my clan. Oh, Honeydew. So like this didn't come up. This said 0. It said power there. These emblems were here, but there were no data. There was no data here. There was just the two sets of forward slashes down here, and then of course the player's emblem up there did show up. Um, but it's like I don't know, I'm just gonna do my forge. Fuck it. um, it's like I didn't know understand what the hell's going on, and then all of a sudden I get this error code that said that I was literally disconnected from the activity and then from the game itself. I was shot all the way out of the game, error coded right out of the game, which doesn't necessarily. When you get bee or honeydew or even anteater, which is like the grossest one of them all, you get kicked to titles, most likely to orbit. There'll be several half-assed attempts on Bungie's part to try to reconnect you to the activity you got booted from, but generally when you get booted out of an activity, just assume you're not getting back in. Okay, it's better to just go and hit the. Normally, what I'll do is I'll hit this. I'll come down to gameplay, and I'll just go ahead and I'll change character. I'll just do that. If I get booted out of activity, because believe it or not, changing back to the same character you were just on, because you can do that, is actually faster to reload into the game than it is to wait around for Bungie to try to trying to connect you to the activity. It's not going to matter that you'll have to finish that activity, unless of course it's the one last activity on the list that gets you the pinnacle gear that you're doing because it's a challenge. But so yeah, I got kicked all the way out of the game, not just to titles, but out of the game completely, and that is typically a DDoS. Now, the match that I kicked from, I had joined midway. There was like about 6 minutes left on the clock, I think. The team I joined was ahead by about 20 points. By the time, and like I said, normally when I get lobbied into an in progress game, I don't commit. I'll go for the objective, I do it for the win, but I'm not going sweat mode at all. Oh. How'd I feel that? Okay, we got some problems here. Is it dead or not? Alright, there. So yeah, it is a pretty shitty connection right now, and I think that's because whatever was used on me to get me booted out of titles is still kind of like lingering in the system. And that means that you got hacked, okay? It's not just bad internet, because I've had bad internet, but this, as you can see here, things are not proccing where they're supposed to be. That guy died over there, and here we go. So whatever was sent to my console is still keeping me out of the game. This happens, and it's just infuriating when it does. It's just because, look at all my ammo's gone. I had power ammo and I had special ammo, now I have nothing. That, from what I was, okay, I don't like to spread rumors, trust me, but from what I've been told, when that happens, that's because somebody's put something in your system to make you lose ammo. So, I'm just being paranoid. Like I said, this is Spinfoil TV. We discuss hypotheticals here. So, yeah. I notice I get a lot of hate when I use the mountaintop. Fucking off, assholes. I earned it. I did it all by myself, too. I didn't have some fucking sweatlord YouTuber fucking carry me through activities. Everything I got on this character, I did without a carry. I'm not kidding. Seriously. In fact, a lot of the times, I was helping somebody else get their shit, and I already was halfway done with mine. Yeah. So, I love it when people just fucking go ahead and judge you right away. Or they get their salt. They let their salt come out. It's bullshit. Oh wow, just right off the elbow. He really wasn't standing there. Fuck you, Bungie. You made it, but I'm playing it, so fuck off. shot too. Mom. Ah. Alright, let's see how well we can get through this. I have no power ammo, even though I'm pretty sure I have some heavy ammo mods. Let me see, is there anything around this way? Like the best spot right here if I can engage this idiot. Should probably be this whatever. Yep, see? Way too long. Drone's gonna come back up. We don't have to finish this guy. Not too many times. Too many deaths. Ugh. Too many people trying to be a hero. Apparently I'm the only one standing here because I'm the only one to shoot now. Staggered that time. Inconsistent gameplay. I got 5,000 glimmer says that this motherfucker's not gonna drop. And it's not because I won't be trying. Now see, that's what I'm talking about. Fucking A. Fix your frame rates, dudes. Come on. Fucking hit that lag switch. Stupid in here. Not saying that you are, but, you know, don't lag during gaming. Crap, dude. It's not worth it. It doesn't get you anywhere. Fix your fucking connections. Jesus Christ. Ugh. I don't like playing with people who flaunt their fucking titles. It's just not worth it to me. Figures. Alright, let's see. Bounties, bounties. Who's got bounties? I got bounties. So we gotta defeat the... Oh man, we're only 6 guys short, damn it. I can't tell you how many of these I've gotten.